obedient Nigerians, and welcome to another episode of Hope Alive on top Obidati Family TV. I don't talk I'm saying nothing fit shock me again for this country. Nothing will happen now go fit move me again. We see waiting happen for Adamawa State yesterday, where they hold their governorship election for yesterday will be 16th of April. This thing will happen now, just repetition of waiting happen during 25th February, will be presidential election, where people know if una no even wait, make them collect results finish, make them check the results finish, una don't go announce waiting una like. Now repetition of but this time around now in another form. So yesterday Adamawa State they hold their governorship election. Now they finish the election.
The highest vote.
No. How? Thank you very much. How?
Oh yeah, now una don't say am now. This person will just announce these results. Now the resident electoral commissioner, no be returning officer. And normally for the Electoral Act, now only returning officer get the power to announce the winner of a particular election. Now in this man just announced. They never collate results finish. In fact, now only 10 local governments out of the 20 where they for Adamawa State, they don't collate their results. Now in this man don't rush, go announce them. And allegedly, he was giving 2 billion naira. Now 2 billion naira, imagine if they give him 2 billion naira for just Adamawa State, how much they go come give for the whole presidential election. As they announce them, they don't even wait. The person where they announce will be Senator Aisha, don't quickly even give acceptance speech. Sharp, their body just they hot. She don't give acceptance speech. Make una just listen to that video.
Adamawa stands tall on the threshold of history. My dear Adamawa State citizens and residents, I am overwhelmed and humbled by your show of love and confidence in electing me to serve as your governor as from May 29 this year and for the next 4 years. For this, I say a very big thank you.
Results where they no check, results where they no verify, they no confirm. 9% don't come stand up, they congratulate. Thank you for voting me. Okay, as everything they happen, Festus Keyamo will be son, senior advocate of Nigeria, don't rush, go tweet congratulatory message for the person where they say now the person win. Make una hear waiting this man tweet. According to what he said, just woke up in the US to this wonderful news. I am screaming my head off here. This is such a glass-shattering watershed for the women of Nigeria. Huge congratulations to my sister, Senator Aisha Dahiru Ahmed Binani. At a point in the struggle, we were speaking like a dozen times a day on phone. Special thanks to all those who worked so hard for this. Special thanks to the good people of Adamawa State for smashing this hoodoo of gender bias. Special thanks to the APC for making this video possible. Special thanks to President Muhammadu Buhari for providing such sterling leadership. Special thanks to Nigerians for their support and prayers. Now for the women of Nigeria, please go ye forth and conquer. A person will be son, senior advocate of Nigeria. You know, confirm the results where they collate. You know waiting there for Electoral Act. You don't rush, go announce results. Now all these things we they see we happen. How if this thing no be deliberate act? I still they ask them. How they nullify this particular election, cancel the results. But during the 25th February election, nobody talk anything. In fact, the abnormalities will happen for this Adamawa governorship election. You know, go feel use them compare what happened during the presidential election. But what happened, they run sharp. In fact, they even say the people will announce this result. Everybody where they involved, maybe they come down to INEC headquarters for clarification. But what happened for presidential election? Nothing. So how you want them to say una no say this thing now waiting they don't plan from the beginning, even before all these things starts. But make we just go right into today's episode. My name na Peace Obiekwe. I no be only me day here today. With me na Mr. Kanu. Good evening, Mr. Kanu.
Yeah, Peace, you don't try. Our people now won't come to this evening. And I don't hear waiting happen to in Adamawa, the brouhaha. No be small thing. When I go the one where we say they even touch me somehow. Now one man will come out where they talk say now about 2.something billion naira bribe now they give for the election to be rigged in Adamawa. I want make una see this very video because it not be from my mouth. Then go talk say then they hear say they give 2.something billion naira. May they hear from the person where talk am for national TV myself. And talk say now make una compare them to wetin happen on the 25th of February. How many billion they involved? Make una hear from the man, not me talk am.
I'm an extra commissioner.
Noah.
To rig an election.
Noah.
Neither actually billions of naira.
Noah, how many?
I'm let us say 2 billion.
Let us
say 2 billion. Well, some corner over there.
To make a green city.
Next year, I've been the Kennedy. How about the Nigeria, the team, I can go my arrest. One night, the night of the arrest. I can go my arrest in this cabinet, the city, cabinet, the INEC. Okay, I can come arrest this camera. I can go to the INEC. No anti Yaka.
The shit away.
But you were saying, I can
when I don't hear them. So, no be say, na me talk say, they give somebody 2 billion. When I hear them. Now, make I take this one, compare waiting happen on the 25th of February 2020 in the presidential election. You know, say, when would they talk about corruption in this country, some people no go even, they go think saying a joke. But at least these things don't they open up. Small, don't they open up. First, somebody just waka, get for the place where they announce results, just announce, say this person don't win. Just like that, no paper, no collation information, no polling unit information, because wetin INEC tell us be say, then go check for IREV, then go check the physical paper, then go compare, then wetin go happen before result go come out. We no hear any of this thing. We even get one man where they talk say, overvoting dey too much. We get the man where they talk say, even now only 10 local governments. Now it don't happen before this announcement even come. So make una see how the thing they take the waka. Even they don't already make up their mind once when they don't collect money now to go announce result. You know the next thing when they go tell you, make you go to court. Now what thing they go tell you? Go to court. Not be what thing they tell us for this thing. For this for today program, we also get our person, our Dr. Tebbat, who follow us from UK, and they wait for Zoom. We they expect Aisha and David Hundeyin, make we open up waiting they want tell us for different levels. The INEC goofing in this very place now with the first talk. The next one we go talk, I think where David Hundeyin saying won't tell us today. Saying go join us today. We don't wait. We the wait time. So you go come, you go use your own mouth. Explain how intake see this very TINUBU's passport, Guinean passport. Una go hear am from am. Why would they wait for am? We go talk, they go. So as it take be now, I go introduce Etelbat because in the man on the do we want chuki mad for this Adamawa stuff. So wetin happen there, you know they less than wetin happen on 25th of February. Where they announce how they take join, now the announcement where we say results never enter. Then don't declare and then don't give somebody saying I'm be a president-elect. Dr. Etelbat, welcome to the show.
Now, wow, my people agree to. Now, wow, I don't even know as I go take join this story self. Waiting, where I want to begin by asking small state, one state out of 36. About 20, is it 20 local government? It's not as if it is the whole local government. So now selected polling units in the local government. Now make INEC cancel the election, rescheduled it. And the information will be say I've been get from the news. Show say this supplementary election say it happened for 24 states in Nigeria, including House of Rep, Senate, House of Assembly, and governorship. INEC deemed it fit. Remember that the governorship must be inaugurated on the same day for the presidential. INEC deemed it fit to cancel those elections in selected area, and they plan to reorganize it again. For states, but for presidency, we be say, naim be like the eagle eye where everybody they look for. INEC just announced the news, the result where they like that. Waiting INEC be one tell us be say, all the complaint where everybody they complain for the 36 states of Nigeria. All the complaint where international observers that are comprised of former presidents of other countries, all the complaint when we say even the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Olusegun Obasanjo, raised, say in right INEC, say, Oga INEC, we know say make you not announce this result too. But make you take jeje, take this complaint where people they give. After all, the law permits that you should review before you announce the result. All those things. All the people, we still see the video of coppers where they work for election, where we say people brutalize, then they bleed. Elections were cancelled, ballot boxes were snatched. INEC no think say the effect of all those votes in all those local government, in all those polling units, that when we don't gather all of them together, the effect no reach the difference between the first person when declare and the first runner-up. Because the law says if affected areas, the total number of people who suppose vote where elections were affected, if those places, the number of those votes, if it pass the difference between the first person and the second person, the election suppose they cancelled. How INEC take determine say the effect of those votes in no reach? How INEC think that it is important to cancel local government, House of Assembly, House of Rep, but for presidency, everything is okay. And like waiting somebody done they talk. Why is INEC canceling waiting rec do? But they no cancel waiting happen for presidential election. No be double standard in the column. Secondly, if we go back to the issue of beavers, IREV, and uploading of results, it is the duty by law of the polling officer, the presiding officer in the polling unit to upload the result to the IREV. And after the uploading of the result to the IREV, Ingo carry the beavers that contains the copy of the result when we say in upload and the data for the accreditation and other sensitive, physical sensitive material, which is like the EC8A form and the other one. Carry the result sheet to carry all of them. Go for the collation officer at the ward level. It is not the duty of the collation officer to upload the results. It means that it's either INEC tells us that they retain the services of the polling presiding officers on 26th, on 27th, on 28th, because their duty is supposed to end on the day of election. But we know that greater percentage of the results were being uploaded on 26th of February, 27th of February, 28th of February, 29th, even up to the day they declare the results. So the question is, if INEC is telling us that in the case of Adamawa State, that the REC is not mandated by the law to declare, that it is the duty of the RO, which is the returning officer, to declare, why is INEC accepting the results that polling agents, presiding officers at the poll did not upload? Is that not a breach of the Constitution and abuse of law?
Exactly.
I don't know. Now, so me, I think. I just say, make we put head together, consider all these things.
Yes, I think you are very correct. That's why I said that it's important for us to know that what happened in that Adamawa State is almost what happened on the 25th of February. In the sense that the manner in which the announcement was made is the similar. It's only that this man in this Adamawa, he jumped. They already collected money and they were wasting his time to announce a result. According to this alleged DSS officer, that they were giving big money and they were sent to go and arrest him or what he's saying there. Anyway, I think Nigerian is now knowing that INEC collected over 300 billion to conduct election. And what they are doing is not conducting election. They are specialized in rigging election for people. It's really a shame that such people are still in the office as we speak. It's a shame to this country. Now, Dr. Etel, as you know, a picture of the biodata page of a Guinean Conakry passport belonging to TINUBU, or said to be belonging to TINUBU, has been trending online. And as we know, it was posted by the popular journalist who has been with us before, David Hundeyin, who we are expecting to join us on this show today, promised us to be here. And we are still expecting him and Aisha to join. I think there are probably technical hitches in and out and all that. But while we are waiting for them to join us so that he can come and explain this, I want you to, to understand that this very particular trending passports allegedly said to be Bola Ahmed Tinubu's passport. That's why I want him to be clear, to come here and clear it, that because he's challenging Tinubu to say that that is not his passport, and I want him to bring that up on the show, and which he has promised to do so, and we are waiting for him. We know David Hundeyin is known for good investigative journalism. He is one person who I hold in high esteem. So I take and like say, person will be say, I never see waiting in talk will be lie. So that's why when I see this thing when Twitter, I call him, say, Dave, this thing where you post, not true. Anytime he say, no, if you post waiting, he never investigates. Say, no, go just post them like that. Say, no, they do that kind of thing. And I believe him. Now, he went on, he is the person who was here the last time, if you recall, who talked about a story of a 1990s Chicago heroin trafficking bagman who is being prepped to ascend the very summit of politics in Nigeria. Well, we all know who he is talking about. Now, he also brought about the last time that he is here. He showed us that what was deposited or what was filed with INEC for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the certificate from Chicago University, Chicago State University, he made it clear that his investigations revealed that that certificate were forged. He said it clearly. I'm not the one who is bringing it. He said it very clearly. And now he's coming out today to tell us that, again, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the INEC president-elect, has committed perjury. Again, that in his depositions with INEC, that he's said that he doesn't have any other citizenship outside of Nigeria. I will want our producers to project this so that you will be understanding what where this all is coming from. We have the exhibits from INEC, a stamped document from INEC showing the forms filled by Tinubu in INEC. You can see the date it was received. As you can see the constituency is Nigeria. You can see the face of who is there and the name, Tinubu Bola Ahmed. Very clear. And this we're talking about is what was filed with INEC, with dates. I want you to, to be, while you are looking at it, while we are showing this clearly, is for people to know that this document we are talking about here is not manufactured. This is document that is coming out from the document filed by the INEC president-elect, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, while you are watching this, I need you to also see where these issues arise, where he said he does not have any other country outside of Nigeria. There's a place where he could easily say he has a dual citizenship, if such existed. But these are what he filed with INEC. I want to be clear about this perjury allegation that David Hundeyin is going to explain to us when he finally joins us. So, when you look at this is High Court even document. Are you under, these questions were asked, dishonesty, fraud, anything imposed by any court? And he said no. It's there on the screen. This is INEC document, what he filed with INEC. Have you ever been involved in any bankruptcy proceedings? Give details.
Can you go back again? Can you go back to that document number 2 and 3?
Yeah, I will. No. Just follow me. I will get to that also.
No,
have you ever presented the forged certificate to INEC? If yes, give details. He said no. Do you have or belong to a secret society? Give details. No. Give any information about your person. National leader of All Progressive Congress. This is his form with INEC. This is a declaration before a commissioner of oaths in FCT. This is not just ordinary paper. It's in a judicial proceeding. Now, we'll go into part 2 of this documentation. However, Dr. Etel, You wanted to say something.
Yes, that document you were showing, number 2 and 3, I wanted to see something there. I don't know. The area where he talked about bankruptcy.
Okay.
I need to get to the area where he talked about.
It will get to that very part, but like I said, is put on in a video form, so it's not going to be static. Yeah. Have you voluntarily in the past changed nationality? You can see it there. It's no. If yes, what was your former nationality? No. Have you voluntarily acquired citizenship of any other country? If yes, specify. He said no. I think this is the part you want to get. It was very clear. He asked him, your arrangements with any other country. He said no. This is INEC document. And that is what Hundeyin is talking about, perjury. Now, Dr. Etel, talk to us. You know, so I don't
keep going.
You know,
yeah, keep going. When I get there, I'll ask you to stop. You haven't gotten to where I want you to
so now that we have looked at this, I want us to look at this very particular passport itself.
Before we get to the passport issue.
The passport that is
said to
belong to Bola Ahmed. Okay.
No. Go ahead. Number 3. This is number 2. Move to the number 3, please.
Number 3.
This is number 2. You can see it's written, are you under under sentence of death? I want the next one. Good.
Look at imprisonment, fine, or only a offense involving dishonesty or fraud.
Now, hold on. It says, have you in the last 10 years been convicted and or sentenced by an offense or dishonesty? Yes or no? The other one, number 2 says, under any sentence of fraud offense imposed by a court or tribunal. Then go to number 4. Go to number 4. I want to point something there that is important. Yes, this is number 3 now. Let us read number 2, 3, and 4 together. Number 3 says, have you ever been involved in, no, there is a place it talked about in Nigeria, and the place it talked about any court. So the question I wanted to point here
Let's go to number 5.
I don't know if it is number 5. I think it is between that number 2, 3, and 4. Where it talked about the difference when the lawyers or the judges are reading, how do they relate when you say any court versus any court in Nigeria? If they say any court, does it mean that if I commit offense and the court find me guilty in South Africa, it can be included as any court? Or does it mean that if someone commits an offense in South Africa, provided it is not within the jurisdiction of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the person is in the clear? And now the question we need to ask ourselves is the intention of people who want to accept people for national office. Is it be honest within the jurisdiction of Nigeria, despite the fact that the person may have a questionable character in other jurisdictions?
I think for the purposes of today's show, Dr. Talbot, let's look at this very passport again. I think it is more, it's a smoking gun.
Okay.
And we need to look at it that way. Why still looking at the other things? What I also wanted Hondein to bring to us is the fact that he said that that very passport is not just an ordinary Guinean passport. It is a Guinean diplomatic passport.
Now, the thing
Guinean diplomatic. Recall, do you know why I tend to believe him? Aside from being a very good and serious-minded investigative journalist, I tend to believe him because if you recall, in 2015, when Muhammad Buhari took over, one of the first things he did is to withdraw the diplomatic passport of ex-governors, ex-senators,
so the question we need to
Assembly
ask,
members.
the question we need to ask is, when someone is carrying a passport of a country, whether it is diplomatic passport or not, by law, what does that supposed to mean? Is it a right, an entitlement of a citizen? For instance, is it possible for someone to carry a British passport or a US passport or a Canadian passport, whether it is diplomatic or not, without being a citizen of that country? That's the question I'm asking. I mean, David has his investigation. So the question is, if the candidate we are talking here has the passport of Guinea Republic, whether diplomatic or ordinary passport, does that entail that he is a citizen of that country? If he is a citizen of that country, what does our law say? And what did he do relative to what our laws say? Did he acknowledge? Because I know that yesterday, I think former governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Fashola, was asked this question on channels. And he said, I think he said something like in the line that people have the right to become dual citizens. So the question is, if he's a dual citizen, what is wrong in someone being a dual citizen? Or is there a requirement by law that says that if you're a dual citizen, you should let us know? If the law said so, did he let us know? If he did not let us know, do we have a proof that he didn't let us know? Which takes us back to the document that INEC provided to David. In the column where he's supposed to say that he is or he is not a dual citizen, did he identify appropriately? This is the first question that I think people should begin to ask. And the next question people need to ask is, okay, let's respond to this.
Okay, to respond to you on these questions, let me start again to explain first that the President, Muhammad Buhari, in 2015, cancelled all the diplomatic passports of all. And that prompted, I believe, that prompted the TINUBU to venture into getting a Guinean passport. So I believe, because when Buhari banned and said that everybody should return their diplomatic passport, this happened in September of 2015. By October of 2015, this passport, this Guinean passport, was issued in October of 2015. You can display that again. So, and I want you also, the producer, to show what I'm talking about when Muhammadu Buhari, when he said they should return all these passports, I want you also to project it so that people understand that this is the sequence of things, how it happened. In September of 2015, the nation Nigeria, through the president, recalled all diplomatic passports. And then somebody was not comfortable with that. And the person went to his friend, who is the president of Guinea, whom I suppose he has said in different medium that he helped to bring him to power in Guinea. And they issued him the passport.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
My question is, let's just take this from the general perspective. I mean, some people have dual citizenship or being an American and being a Nigerian, being a British and being Nigerian. So if the Guinean people decided to give a Nigerian citizenship, the question is, what is wrong about that? If they consider him such a highly respected person, a friend of the president, and gave him the diplomatic passport, what is the implication of that relative to our national security or aspiring to the office of the president? Is my question clear?
No, please. Can you take that again?
Okay, let me put it this way. What offense did someone commit by holding a passport of another country and aspiring to office in another country like Nigeria? What offense did a Nigerian citizen who has the passport of another country commit? Why is it an issue?
Yes, the offense number one is that you must not aspire to become the president. Let me give you what the Constitution says. And please, our producer, I want you to project the specific section of this Constitution that says something about a citizenship when you want to be the president of Nigeria. Can you please display that? Yes, it's now on the screen. And you can see that it's section 137(1)(a). It's very, very clear. A person shall not be qualified for election to the office of the president if A, subject to the provisions of section 28 of this Constitution, he has voluntarily acquired the citizenship of a country other than Nigeria, or except in such cases that may be prescribed by the National Assembly, he has made a declaration of allegiance to such other country. This is very clear. There is no ambiguity in this section.
Okay, so the case, what we're worried about here is that we have people who are aspiring to a high office like the office of presidency in Nigeria. And at the moment, there is a proof that they are that they are citizens of another country and they have not told us that. Is that the issue now?
Exactly. That is not just the issue. There is another issue that is perjury. I even want to talk on myself because they, say grammar. It's that very form that we showed before clearly showed that while he was filling the form in INEC, he was asked whether he had any other citizenship.
Now you're here.
The citizenship,
Now you're here. That's exactly what I'm trying to ask. which means there is a place where opportunity has been presented to ask, please tell us, are you in possession of citizenship of another country? And the person said no. Is that the challenge here? Because if that's
exactly my point.
Exactly. Okay. So the INEC form indicates that he said no. I do not have citizenship of another country. Beautiful.
Yes.
Which means outrightly this is against the provision of our constitution.
Exactly.
The next question I want to ask, which is important, is if you remember in 1999, Salisu Buhari, the first Speaker of House of Representatives in 1999, he lost his office because of this kind of thing we're talking here. He claimed that he went to Toronto University, but he did not. He also falsified his age. He pushed up his age because he was younger. And that made him lose his office. We also know that the Senate president that took over, that came to office in 1999, Evans Enwerem, he also lost his position as the Senate president because of some issues in his name on the certificate. The question I want to ask is this. If someone is found to have violated the process that can make him or her a president in Nigeria, and we find out after the person, quote and unquote, may have been sworn in, what is the constitutional provision for that? Has the person escaped? The person's sin is forgiven because the person has now been sworn in? Or can the person's sin find him out even after he's been sworn in? This is another question we need to begin to ask. Because it looks like many things are coming. And I don't even think that those who are in the petition tribunal, that they included this in their prayer. But this is a very, very big issue, isn't it?
I call it a smoking gun.
Yes.
And
if it is a smoking gun and it is not, if it is a smoking gun, but if it is a smoking gun, but it is not in the petition, technically they will say, well, you didn't tell us about this, so they're not going to, or such a thing can be amended.
Well, if a son, former governor of Lagos State, who is a senior advocate of Nigeria, does not know what the Constitution say about about this section, particular section now, I wonder if I, that did not go to law school, will be able to tell you that. Well, why I mentioned Fashola is that somebody I respect very well. But after yesterday, I'm doubtful about my respect for him. You need to listen to what Fashola said in Channels Television of yesterday. You need to, really look at that. I don't know if our producers have that very particular video so that you can hear him when he was asked whether TINUBU actually had a dual citizen. 4 times he was not able to answer that. And at the end, when he was able to answer that, he said that there is so much controversy around his principal, who is Bola TINUBU, and that is necessary, that there is not a saint, and that TINUBU is also not a saint, and that he always overcome all those controversies. Answering what was not asked. Producer, I don't know if you have this video.
Let me see if you can help us out with some information. Why is the man you were his chief of staff He has
with TINUBU for more than how many years now? Does not know whether he has dual citizenship or not. But he believes that somebody who has dual citizenship can be a president of Nigeria.
See if you can help us out with some information. Why is the man you were his chief of staff, he has so much of controversy around him. And I'm hoping that you might be able to clear the air. There are controversies about his age, his true age, controversies about his true educational status, controversy about his name. In fact, there are controversies about whether or not he has dual citizenship, controversies about his past life in the United States. Can you clear the air about this man?
I think that makes it the more interesting. And I think those issues have been ventilated sufficiently. You know what the Nigerian people have decided? Those issues don't matter. That's what they have said by this vote. And in making that choice, the only thing I can say to you is that every time it got more difficult, I used to tell people this was his path to success. There was no easy way. There's no easy day for him. The more difficult it gets, then you can be sure it's a sure juice. And I think that for somebody who has faced all of these obstacles, I keep referring to when he was. I remember when he wanted to be governor. You may or may not recall. For 3 days after the primaries, we couldn't find the state party chairman, the returning officer for the election, and Lagos was in suspense for 3 days until they found the returning officer, and that's the Ashwaju story.
But does he really have a dual citizenship?
That's the Ashwaju story now. And, so the more difficult it gets, the more it brings out the best in him. And for me, I think that now that all of these hurdles have been surmounted, maybe there's a divine purpose to it. Maybe perhaps, just perhaps, this is where Nigeria begins to turn in the most positive way forever. Because sometimes this is just what it takes. Because governance is not about sainthood. It is about efficiency. It is about performance. It is about delivery.
So Bola Tinubu is not a saint?
I am not. I doubt that you are.
No, I am not a saint. If you're a saint, you should be never by now.
At the end of the day,
for anybody that will be Nigeria's president, issues of character, issue of consistency in the person's life. Why does he have so much controversy? And the third time I'm asking, does he have a dual citizenship?
Character is important. Character is relevant. You know, I tell people, when you read the story about Abraham Lincoln and how he got the bill that ended slavery passed, if you read the process, you will not take the result. Go and read it. So, but it was about doing a good thing at the time. And I'm not saying anything, so nobody should read innuendos to what I'm saying. But all I'm trying to say is that governance is about getting the results. The process is important.
No matter who the person is.
The process can be important. Let me put it that way. But sometimes the people you impact, and there is a level of integrity beyond which you should never compromise anyway. So those are issues that are settled because they are value issues. Societies are built on them. So I should not be misunderstood. But again, you must understand that we must not be looking for saints. So all of the accusations that have been leveled against him have been either unproven or there was no evidence offered in support of them. But they have run along for a while. I know one of them.
Which is?
So they said that he owned the Oriental Hotel.
Does he?
He doesn't. You know, when that story broke, Dele Alake, his
commissioner
image maker then went to him and said, look, boss, this story is making the rounds. I should go and deny it. He said, no, they're wishing me well. Don't deny it. I was there. and the story has gained a life.
Does he have a stake?
No, there was no stake. The place was a swamp. The owners of Oriental Hotel, according to the story, were the people who used to own, I think, Golden Crown on Ikorodu Road, and they wanted to relocate. The whole of that Uzumbamba was a refuse dump, including the place where Jim Movia built Civic Center. I was in government when they gave it to him. We used to recover dead bodies there. So it was like, build something there so that we can protect it. And that was how they came along.
So what about the issue of dual citizenship? This is the fourth time I am asking.
Dual citizenship. I know he carries a Nigerian passport. I don't know about dual citizenship. I know he resided abroad when he went on exile. I don't know if they gave him American citizen there. What does that have to do with the results of the election? And wait a minute.
Because my time.
Whilst we are going there, the last time I checked, I think that Nigeria's constitution allows you to have dual citizenship, doesn't it?
As a president, you need to recheck the constitution in respect of being a president.
No, it's place of birth. It's place of birth. If you were born to Nigerian parents, I think that I will check that, but I doubt that the Nigerian constitution makes it makes you disentitled if you have dual citizenship, because the constitution allows you to have dual citizenship.
I've not gone into the works and housing, and I'm really running out of time.
Because you are pressing very, very tenuous grounds.
Yeah, so as you can see, Dr. Tao, you'll find out that even a senior advocate of Nigeria says he will have to go back to the Constitution to find out what it says.
No, that's not even my concern.
So that your big question. Now I bring this to make you foresee. Say even for this very video, you see how they avoid the dual. They go ask a question 4 times.
So my question,
Bola TINUBU, whether get dual citizenship.
My worry is this: as we're on this program, I got a news that popped up that it's like I don't know if it is David, but it's like they have blocked David Hunde's Twitter after he published this thing. As we're in this show, I got it. A pop-up. That's number one. Number two is that if it is blocked, it means that really David may be on to something that is very big. And secondly, for the fact that a senior lawyer, former governor, who has been a chief executive and a minister for 8 years, is being asked 4 times, and it seems like he's trying to dodge the question. It means that this is a very big issue. That's my thinking. That this is a very big, because I mean, if it is not an issue, he will just answer it straight and moved on. Like he was telling us, if you have a problem, Abraham Lincoln, I don't think Abraham Lincoln had issues with respect to doing what is bad. I don't think so. So I think
I'm actually at I don't know where you got that message. I'm at David Hunde's page in Twitter, and I didn't see. I'm seeing everything.
Okay,
here.
Maybe I have not even read it because we're on this show. I just saw it pop up on my phone. I've not opened my phone. After the show, I will check. But if it is the case, we'll get to know. But what I'm saying in effect is that when you start asking someone question and the person start evading the question, now me say you get waiting, one make you carry mouth talk, make say he talk him. So for a senior advocate to be, you're asking him one, asking him twice, asking him 3 times, 4 times by Sheun, and he still they do this thing. If you like say wahala there somewhere, and for this our presidency, now
Wow. The point is, we are waited for David, and I'm trying to get a response from him concerning him coming to tell us more about this.
David is probably very busy. I was on a meeting with David last night on the Twitter space up until almost late into 1 a.m. in the morning. He is involved in a whole lot of things. Probably he's sleeping it's possible.
No, but I spoke with him this morning. We are supposed to be on the show this morning, and he told me that he will be available for this evening, which we rescheduled. So he clearly told me, let's do this by this time. So, and also Comrade Aisha was supposed to be here also, so that we can hear from David. But since both of them are not here, I will get back to them and probably will schedule for tomorrow. However, our viewers should know that the passport, the Guinean passport, as was projected by David Hundeyin, we are expecting that David Hundeyin will be with us to explain how this passport and the perjury that he's talking about, how they relate. By what he has given, what we are projected today is what he has posted and what is available online. We trust, based on our relationship with him as a credible investigative journalist who had always been upright in coming out with news that is really very, very important in helping the country to know what is right and the corrupt officials and all that. You can check out his page at David Hundeyin on Twitter, and then you could also check out his publication at West African Week. He's actually the founder of West African Week, and you will see even a story that he tells there that you need to go through of all what has been going on. So I think we are up for time, and we hope that tomorrow we'll have them with us. And thank you for being with us, Dr. Etel, and
thank you.
Over to you. Peace.
My people, we say thank you. When I hear we go carry our kaya come off for studio, as our time don't go and producer don't even pursue us come out. But we want to say thank you to all our subscribers. We see on our handle, all the people where they like our video, they share, they comment, they appreciate una very well. And we still they say make una keep up the good work, make una no rest. As we no rest, make una no rest too. Make una they subscribe. Put that notification bell there, so anytime where our video come up, now you go first see them. And the thing waiting for your screen, I beg, make una look and where, put eye for that, touchlight and where. Help us in any way where you fit, encourage us, so make we they go forward for this our pursuits for our mandate. You go follow us for Facebook, for Twitter, and for all the social media platforms to Obidati Family TV. In fact, the link there for the description for this video, underneath you go see them. Anywhere where you want make it take you, Facebook or Twitter or anywhere, just follow us back, like our video, share and make other people too they see them. And we go see you now tomorrow again, as we go still they bring on a gist and updates of everything where they happen. Now bye bye.